It's about this issue of taking care of ourselves, in particular in relation to taking care of other people that might be around us. So, how can we practice being present with ourselves and for ourselves? And from that groundedness, then we're able to be present with other people. There's a lot around codependence as well. It's not selfish to put ourselves first and to make our own healing a priority. And so that's the topic for the inquiry today is putting our own oxygen mask on first. So the advice is on an airplane, if the oxygen masks come down, that we need to put our own on and then we help someone else. But if we don't have our own on, we're going to pass out before we can help them. So before we even get into the inquiry, let all of those words kind of settle back and find a way that your body could be comfortable. You can lie down, you can sit up, however you want to do it. And there's often a reaction to the words like put your own oxygen mask on first. And we've been taught a lot about not being selfish, putting others first. So there might be some of that coming up too. We're going to look at all of that in a moment, but right now we're going to let it all kind of recede a bit so that we can tune into our own body and our own breath before we get into the inquiry. So notice all the sensations, the activity. Notice what's coming and going in the space that your body is occupying, head to toes. And we notice sounds, we notice sense perceptions, maybe the temperature of the air, the feeling of support through the back of your body or under your seat. We notice how our body moves as we breathe, or maybe we're holding our breath and that's what we notice. We notice energy, sensations. We might notice the tightness or some kind of pain if we move our head or neck around. And once we've adjusted our posture so that we're more comfortable, we might still notice that there's a kind of an energetic contraction there, kind of a holding or something. So before we even get into the inquiry, we're looking to see what's going on in our own system right now. And one thing we notice is thoughts in the mind as well. So, for the next 2 or 3 minutes, let's see if we can let our thoughts be very much focused on just observing what's going on in our body, our breath. What does it feel like right now? And let your attention be drawn to any tight spots in particular. And as your attention is going there, see if you could let that soften a bit. So often there's a level of tension in our body or kind of holding ourselves tight against something that we don't even really notice until we have this more leisurely time to really tune in. You could take a few deeper breaths too. If you can open up and let there be more space in your body for your breath. Notice if you need to adjust your body. Oftentimes, once we've been paying attention for a few minutes, we notice there's a little bit of an adjustment that would help us feel better. We notice that we could soften the jaw, maybe, or the back of our neck, let the forehead relax. And then, as you're settling in and noticing that your body could be a little bit softer, maybe you're more relaxed than it was, let's start the inquiry. I put my own oxygen mask on first, or any words that might come up that are related to that. I need to take care of myself as a priority. I deserve to have a place at the table to be considered. I deserve to consider my own health and wellness when I'm thinking about how I am in the world. And then, as with any inquiry, we're just looking now to see what is our response to the words. And some of that comes in the form of a rebuttal. Our mind might be saying, "No, you don't. You've got kids. You need to take care of them as your top priority." Or it might be kind of a nervous system response of, "Well, if I don't take care of this person who makes me feel safe, they could leave. And then where will I be?" Or it might be something very visceral. You feel it in your body, but there's not much thought. So notice your response to whatever those words are. Taking care of myself is a top priority. And notice the energy or sensation in your body. We notice words, images, things that we've been told about that, or messages that we've been absorbing our whole lives, maybe. And when we react to something, we always have some kind of a reaction in our body. There's some kind of tightening, usually. It could be anything. So notice your body, head to toes. I need to take care of myself before I take care of other people. And work with the words, images, the sensations, just as they're coming up. What is it that your body feels like as you're considering those words? I need to put on my own oxygen mask first. And if there's thoughts that are kind of intense or disturbing, then you could always do tapping. Just start taking your attention away from the thoughts, just into the sound of the tapping on your forehead and the sensation, the feel of it on your forehead. That helps us to remain in that witness or observer position. We're doing an inquiry, we're looking to see what's coming up. We want to see the thoughts, we don't want to get totally absorbed in them. And there might be thoughts like, you're being selfish. Maybe it's in a certain voice. Maybe when one of your parents told you that. It's your job to look after your little sister. Don't be so selfish. Whatever it might be for you, look at the rebuttals. Look at what part of you doesn't believe that that's okay, that that's the right thing to do to take care of yourself. Notice your body, your breath. Stay grounded. For words, pictures, any kind of thoughts, we can do tapping or open our eyes, put the images over on the wall across from us. For sensation or energy, really helpful to notice the specifics of it. What exactly does it feel like? What is the location? Where do you feel it, and where's the edge of it where you don't feel it anymore? Notice the space all around the outside of it where there is no sensation of that. And then we just sit with that. Notice the sensation, notice the words, the thoughts that are coming up. And really stay in touch with your breath, with the stability in your body. Notice your feet on the floor, back of your body supported. I need to take care of myself. It's okay for me to take care of myself. It's right for me to take care of myself. Whatever words might be coming up for you. And then really look at what it is that might be getting in the way of that. What are the ideas or messages that you've had in the past that tell you it's selfish to take care of yourself? You owe it to somebody else. It's your job to make sure everybody else is taken care of. You don't really count. And with those kinds of thoughts, it's really helpful to remember to do tapping, or open your eyes, put it across the room, trace the empty space on the outside. What are your objections? And then just really have a look. These came from sometime in the past. Our culture is full of them. We say we admire self sacrificing. Mothers should sacrifice for their children, even to the point where we're completely empty. We're not good to anybody. We've driven ourselves into exhaustion. It's okay to take care of myself. It's okay to consider my own needs as well as those of other people. It's okay to make myself a priority, my own care, my own life, my own happiness. Notice what your response is to that. Notice your body. Stay very aware and grounded in your body and aware of the movement of your breath. We're just looking to see what comes up for you when you're looking at these things. What's getting in the way of really taking care of yourself? Not everyone will agree. And what's your level of tolerance for that? For people judging you for being selfish or people angry that you're not taking care of them? Can you be okay with that without turning against yourself? And then let's look at all of the benefits of taking care of yourself first. You're going to feel better. You'll have more energy. You'll be more in alignment with what's really important to you. Your health will be better. Your stress will be less. That's a big part of it. We take care of ourselves and things get better. Life gets better. Notice what comes up in your mind and what kind of energy or sensations are in your body when you really focus in on that. Let it really come alive. Notice it in great detail. This is what happens. I'm taking care of myself. This is what it feels like. And what are the benefits to other people when I take care of myself? We model good self care that opens up possibilities for people. We're generally better, easier to get along with when we're rested and taking care of ourselves. So, how do the benefits of that kind of roll out into the rest of our life when we take care of ourselves? You really feel that in your body as you're considering that. Notice your breath. And then let go of the inquiry. Come back to just noticing what's happening in your body, your breath, your mind, all of that area that your body is in. Take a few deeper breaths. And if there's something that came up in the inquiry that you wanted to take a little bit more time with, you could always do that now or later. It'd be very helpful to notice the reactions that we have, the thoughts that come up. We've all received a lot of messages in our system about taking care of ourselves, taking care of each other, what's selfish, what's not, what we're entitled to, what we're not. So it can be an area of really rich exploration. And then when you're ready, open your eyes.